How engineers do it.
In this video, we'll work on exercise number 30. To start off, we have the drawing on the left side. Let me expand that, and we'll be able to see the drawing on the full screen, and you can take a screenshot if you need. And I'm just going to minimize that, and let's begin by going to the new part template. Now we have the empty workspace open on the right side. Now let's just expand the drawing once again and look at the drawing before we start doing the sketch. So in this kind of drawing, you need to look for a common axis. So we have a common axis over here, and from this axis you have reference for this part of the model and this part of the model as well. And also you have reference from the surface for the top of this surface over here. So we have the complete dimensioning on almost based on this axis. So let's just start the sketch on the top plane. So I'm just gonna minimize that, or I'm just gonna keep that on the left side. Now let's just go to the sketch and click on the sketch. Now let's do the complete sketches on the top plane here. So let's begin by doing the sketch here. So let's go to the circle. I'm just going to create two concentric circles. That will be diameter 60, and this will be diameter 25. So it's always a good practice to do the larger one first and then the smaller one, because sometimes what SolidWorks basically do is it doesn't change the geometry, the size or the scale of the geometry for the first dimension. So I gave 60, and this next circle was sized or scaled according to the first dimension over here. Alright, now we have 60 and 25 over here. Now let's exit the sketch. We'll go to the surface, extrude surface, and we'll extrude it on both sides. So that's from here is 54, so 27 on both sides, 27 on both sides, 27 and 27 on both sides. We have that done. Now let's do this part. So that's again, go to the sketch, click on the sketch, click on the top plane, and create a rectangle. Smart dimension it as 48. Use the axis line here. Draw the axis line downwards, 1, 2, and select this axis here. Go for symmetric, and this is 48 and this is 48 as well, so we'll just go ahead and give 48 over here as well. So okay, that's already given, so let's just give 48 here. So that's 48. Now the center of the circle is at a distance of how much? So what we'll do is we'll just create an axis line here. Now we'll give smart dimension. From here to here it will be 36 plus 84. Now we have that fully constrained. Let's exit the sketch, and now we can go for surfaces, extrude surface, and in both sides we'll extrude by 18. So that's 18 on both sides. Now we have that done as well. Now what we'll do next is select this face over here and go for the sketch, and we'll create another circle of diameter 30. So we'll just give 30 over here. So that's diameter 30. Exit sketch. Now we can simply go for extrude surface, and up to the surface and select the surface here, click on tick mark, and we have that done as well. Now we'll select that surface there and go for trim, and trim this portion and this portion off, click on tick mark. Now we have a continuous surface over there. Now what we'll do next is we'll create this part here. So to create that, we'll go for sketch, click on the sketch, and we'll give the sketch on the right plane. We'll just zoom in a little bit. We'll just draw concentric circles, create a line downwards, and create another line like this, and use the tangency constraint to make it tangent. Trim entities and trim this off, and trim this off, and use the line and draw. Use the line tool and use the trim entities and trim this portion off and this portion off. Now let's do some dimensioning for this. So that will be radius 18, and this will be diameter 18. And from the center of the circle to this, it is 30. Alright. Now, also from this center to this center of the circle, it is 36. Now let's also, okay, now the top of the surface, from this top, else from this circle center to this, it is 15. As you can see, it's fully constrained except this part, and we cannot constrain this part as we need to have flexibility over here. So we'll get to know why we have given that flexibility as we move forward. Now let's exit the sketch. Now we can go for surface, extrude surface. On both sides we'll do an extrude of 6. Alright, as you can see there is a fillet over here. We can also include the fillet in the sketch itself. So we'll just go ahead and edit the sketch. Control 8. I'm just going to go ahead and okay, I'll just remove this. I can move this. Oops, not like that. Okay, I'll delete this. I'll draw a line which passes and create a circle of radius 3, so diameter 6. I'll give tangent over here and tangent over here. Use the trim entities. Trim them. Okay, so we'll just put this over here. Now it's fully constrained. We have that done, right? Now exit the sketch, and we have the similar surface being created there. Now we'll do next is we're just going to select the surface here and go for trim, and select this portion and go for the trim, and that portion is gone. Now what we'll do is we'll select that surface and go for fill surface. Tick mark. We'll select that fill surface and go for offset and at a distance of 6. Tick mark. We'll remove this, we'll hide this, and we'll select this. Now we'll again select the surface and go for trim surface. Make sure that this portion is gone. Now that portion is gone there. Again select that surface and go for offset, reverse direction, give an offset of 12. Now we have that done on the other side as well. Now we have that part done. Now we gotta create this part. So as we know, right plane is lying over here. What we do is we'll just go for reference, go for the reference plane, and we'll create a plane with reference to the right plane, and at a distance of how much? We'll give like 6 and -6. So that's like 6. We'll first create the 6, and on the 6 we'll just create a plane, a sketch. So we'll just create concentric circles and create a line upwards, another line. We'll just simply draw it and select this circle and this line here and go for tangent, tick mark. Now let me just drag this a little outwards and go for trim and trim this portion off. And now I'll just go ahead and draw a line here and go for the trim entities and trim this portion off, and go for the smart dimension and dimension this as radius 15, so that's diameter 30. We'll just take this line here and go for horizontal, tick mark. Again take this point, put this here, take this point, put it here. Alright, now let's give from this point to this point it's 50. This is diameter 12. Trim and trim this arch portion off. Now we have that part done, so let's just remove this line here and go for exit, and simply you can go for surface, extrude surface. Towards like forward you can create 12. Alright, now what we do is again go for features, go for creating the plane, and give the reference as the right plane here, and give it on the reverse flips offset and go for 6. And on the new plane you can create another sketch and simply just take whatever we have created before and go for convert entities, exit sketch. Similarly you can go for surfaces, extrude surface, and on the reverse direction you can give 12, go for tick mark, and now that part is done as well. Now again we'll take this plane over here, go for the sketch. We'll just simply select all of these and go for convert entities and take this line here and fill this up, exit sketch. Now you can go for fill surface and you can surface fill this. Now what we're going to do is take the surface, go for offset, offset it, tick mark. Now you have that done as well. Select the surface, go for offset, and offset it on the reverse direction, go for tick mark. Again, select the surface, go for offset, offset it on the reverse direction. Now you have that in as well, right? Now what you're going to do is, again, fill surface, fill 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we have that surface filled. Now to make this surface continuous, you gotta use a trim command. To use a trim command, you gotta do one thing. You gotta go to the surface and net this surface. So that's 1, 2 and 3. Tick mark. Now that surface is net. I can go for trim and trim this, and you have that opening down there. Similarly, you can again go for insert surfaces, net, and again you can select these 3 surfaces here and go for tick mark. Again, that surface will be selected while you're going for trim surface. Again, you can select this surface here and go for tick mark, and that opening is done as well. Now what you gotta do next is, again, go for fill surface. Again, you can fill these surfaces by clicking on all of these 4 edges, and you have that done as well. Now finally, what you got to do is, you got to use fill surface here, and just take these 2, and that's filled. Again, go for fill surface, take these 2 edges here, and that's filled as well. Now finally, you've got to create a through hole here, so we'll just select the surface, go for the sketch, and you've got to create a circle here. We'll go for smart dimension and dimension it how much? That's diameter 18. I've just given 18 here. I'll just exit the sketch and go for surface, extrude surface, and extrude it in the reverse direction up to the surface. We'll just give up to surface, then this surface will give. So the surface is created till that surface, and now we're going to create another surface hole here. So just what we'll do is, we need a plane at this point, right? So we'll just go for reference plane, and what we're going to do is, we'll just go for the top plane from which we have created all of these geometries. I'll just give 18, so we'll have a plane exactly at that point. We have a plane there. Now simply you can select that plane and go for the sketch, and simply you can create a circle here. I'll just create a circle here and just go for axis, and create multiple axes, one more axis here. Now I'll just simply draw and drag and drop this here, and go for smart dimension, dimension it how much? That's 14. I'll just go for exit sketch. Now I can simply go for surface, extrude, and just give an extrusion of 2 because we have another through hole which is going downwards. Now I'll just go for reverse direction, and that's done. Now I'll go for trim surface and take this portion off. Select this and go for fill surface and fill this portion in. So we have that all done as well. Now we have created this surface, right? Go for this one and make an opening over here. So we have that opening done as well. So the model is complete. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as we go forward and do some difficult exercises, or if you go back to the exercises that we have done previously, we had started from very basic models, and now we are doing pretty complicated models. So as we go forward, we learn together, and that's the whole motto of making these tutorial videos. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much.